Censorship is understood as a system of state control over information in the broadest sense. This includes control over the media, politics, public speech, music, literature, art, cinema, and, in our time, the internet. Censorship arises when a group of people appears in society that possesses significant power and property. These people, whose concentration of power and wealth creates an obvious gap between them and everyone else, develop a desire to preserve the existing state of affairs, that is, to ensure that their power and property remain with them indefinitely. For this, there are several instruments. One of them is censorship. This group always acts on behalf of society, the state, or even God. They typically say something like, censorship in our society is necessary to strengthen state security, to combat extremism, to counter corrupting ideas and teachings, or to protect our children. The aims of censorship are always presented as benevolent. Supporters of censorship are convinced that if a certain film is not shown, a certain book not published, or a political party not allowed to form, the state will become stronger, because there will be fewer contradictions and disputes. People will not hear harmful ideas, will not be tempted, and society will benefit. They are also convinced that oversight improves quality. Inferior material is discarded, and the best is presented to the public. The problem is that throughout all of human history, this view has not once been confirmed. Consider the first point. Censorship has existed in all countries and under all regimes. We have now reached the present. What do we see? That censorship has not preserved a single regime and has not saved anyone from moral decline. All authorities and governments that relied on censorship have disappeared. We know everything about them. All the banned books, ideas and teachings. We have seen all the films that were shelved, heard all the music once deemed improper. We are familiar with all the speeches of dissidents, opposition figures, and heretics. We know all the facts that were once concealed, and nothing happened. The world did not collapse, although in the view of censors it should have, since we were supposedly being protected from a mortal danger. Now the second point, censorship and its supposed positive effect on quality. Those who engage in censorship in most cases have no connection to what they censor. Even when they do, they are primarily concerned with the ideological aspect rather than the artistic one. In practice, a politically motivated censor in every case only makes things worse. A film may be intelligent and innovative, but if it is deemed incorrect from the standpoint of the current political climate, it will be rejected. Conversely, a novel may be openly mediocre, but if it is ideologically sound, it will be published. The same applies to speeches, news, and any form of spoken or written word. In reality, censorship harms the talented, the thoughtful, and the free, as well as the consumer, who at best receives everything in a reduced form, with scenes, ideas, and meanings missing. Those who benefit from censorship are sycophants and mediocrities, and, as noted at the outset, those in power, who authorize censorship so that no one learns the truth or says anything excessive. Strictly speaking, in the 21st century, it is impossible to discuss the problem of political censorship as an open question. There cannot be two equally valid positions or a discussion in the spirit of weighing pros and cons. Historical experience clearly shows that censorship brings only pointless suffering and reinforces injustice. It saves no one and solves no problems, merely concealing them. Censorship is always an instrument for retaining power. It exists only for that purpose.